Hello, my name is Mr. Thompson, and this video is to take you through the aspects of our Year 7 Chromebook program from September 2024 and hopefully address any of the issues or questions you may have around that program. We're very much looking forward to welcoming your child to our school in September, and hopefully the information you're provided with here will make things a little clearer around our Chromebook program. So just very quickly, why do we have a Chromebook program at Duke's? Well, EdTech, educational technologies, are now really well embedded into our teaching and learning offer. And it's part of a blended curriculum that includes new ways and innovative ways of doing things in which technology can be used to help with teaching and learning and in assessment and feedback and all sorts of ways like that. We also think it's important to have a digital program to prepare students for an increasingly digital world. And research has confirmed that good access to technology has a positive impact on a child's educational achievement. So we want to make sure that students in Duke's have good access to technology and have access to a device of their own. We found that it provides much more interesting and engaging ways to learn independently for students and ways in which they can collaborate with other students in the classroom working on similar documents and similar presentations, etc. and gives a good way of communication with staff, for example, through Google Classroom. For the last 3 years of our program, the program's been in place for 3 years, we've received really positive feedback from staff, from students and from parents about educational technologies, EdTech, in the classroom and at home. So we provide a Chromebook package. A Chromebook package will be available for each student, and that would include a Chromebook device, and all students will use the same device. It'll include a case for carrying around school and a waterproof case as well to avoid problems from bottle spillages, etc. We have to include a Google license to access the range of Google applications and things that we use as a school. So that has a cost associated with it as well. And importantly, we need to continue to provide our e-safety management software, so appropriate filtering software, monitoring software that can report back to school of any issues or any problems with how the devices have been used, any searches and things that may need flagging, and any sort of misuse. That's all monitored and filtered through e-safety management software that will be provided as part of this package. There is an extended warranty on the device. There's a 3-year warranty and insurance as well for 3 years against accidental breakage. So obviously those things come with a cost as well. We have to factor in as well the external repair and tech support for 3 years and the cost of spreading this scheme over 3 years rather than 1 year. So that involves collection costs and donation costs and such like. So that's the overall package that a student will have access to from September 2024 in Year 7. We've worked really hard to make sure that you're offered the best possible package in terms of the robustness of the device, insurance cover, repairs, and additional software and licensing and such like. Please note the appropriate use of the device outside of school does remain the responsibility of parents and carers, however. So this year we have chosen the Lenovo 100E 4th Gen Chromebook, and that's been fully evaluated, and that's the one about the scheme. And this slide provides a little bit more information on that device. We've chosen it in consultation with our suppliers, Edutech, who've advised that this is built to handle whatever school and life can throw at it. As it says there, is designed for a school environment. The package also includes a case and a charger. With regards to insurance, there is a 3-year return to base warranty included in the package, but insurance itself against accidental damage, there is a £20 excess per claim, which we are introducing this year, and we've done that to not only encourage students to take more responsibility or greater responsibility with their devices, but also to keep the costs down for the overall package. If the Chromebook breaks, repairs and replacements can be organised by Edutech and the Learning Foundation. I'll mention more about those two companies later, but we will also give information in school on how repairs can be managed, should that be the case. So I did mention a couple of our partners. The first one is the Learning Foundation, We work with them very, very closely. EduTech as the suppliers of the devices, and the Digital Poverty Alliance as well, who help us with research and with implementation of various things across the Chromebook package. As I mentioned, EduTech's the program partner who provide the Chromebook packages. They manage the implementation. They give us ongoing support with insurances and warranties and repairs and such like, and other ongoing key aspects of the 3-year program. The Learning Foundation themselves are a charity with over 20 years of experience in supporting schools to make sure that every child has the benefit of access to a digital device, which will prepare them for a digital world. It'll help support their learning in a personalised way, provide home and school access to learning, and also help staff support students digitally with social, emotional, mental health and learning needs. So how is a Chromebook used in lessons? Well, these are just a handful of ways in which Chromebooks are used to access EdTech, educational technologies, in lessons. And the first is the use of a Google Classroom, and I'll talk more about those in a moment or two. During tutor time, it's an expectation that students will get their Chromebooks out and check their emails, check their timetables, look for any homework that's been posted, and other such things, which we find creates really good habits in preparing for a digital world. We use the Google suite of applications, so Google Docs, Slides and Sheets. They're very similar to, you may well know them as Microsoft Word or PowerPoint or Excel. Within each subject, there are also subject-specific applications that provide enhanced teaching and learning opportunities. We use recall and retrieval applications as well to give staff instant personalised feedback from how well a student has achieved on a particular task, a particular activity, and then be able to assess where further support is needed or to find out where further challenge might be needed. So this gives us enhanced methods of assessment, and therefore it's easier for personalised learning opportunities to be presented. And we use apps such as Quizlet, Kahoot, Google Forms, etc. for those sorts of things. But there are more. Students use their Chromebooks for research and for revision also, and revision resources are shared through Google Classrooms routinely as well. We find that students use their Chromebooks for collaboration, for working together on documents and presentations and such like. And they'll have access to their individual Google Drives as well for storage of work, for storage of presentations and all sorts of things like that, linked to their Google Classrooms. So this is a snapshot of some of the applications that we use across school. Some are whole school applications, some are more subject specific, and you might be able to see a few of those mentioned there, but I will share with you as well a document that has all of those applications on. They are the applications that we're currently using in 2023 across school, and you can see how there are loads of different ways in which we're using technology to make a more engaging, creative and supportive offer of teaching and learning across school. So Google Classroom, each subject has a Google Classroom, and within that classroom staff can post messages to their students, they can give further support, they can set homework tasks and assignments through Google Classroom. They can use Google Classroom to upload resources such as videos that will support the learning that's taking place in a lesson, knowledge organisers, revision guides and other materials as well, and they can all be stored within the Google Classroom for each particular subject. Students can also communicate and contact their teachers as well through Google Classroom should further support be needed. We find that Google Classroom is a great system for keeping everything together in subjects, and a student can look at a glance within their subjects to see if they've got any homework in that subject, have access to the resources, etc. Google Classroom is also very, very useful should a student be absent, because lessons are shared on the Google Classroom in the same sort of way as they're presented in the classroom as well. So if a student is absent, they'll be able to access the lesson or the scheme of work that's currently being addressed and taught in the classroom as well. So we find that this helps with absences where students can access the work, they can see what's been going on and maybe not get left behind. So looking at the financial aspects of the programme, we have been asked in the past, what are the financial benefits of the programme to Dukes? And the answer is quite firm. There are no financial benefits to school from this programme. We don't make any money from this programme, quite the opposite. We've committed to making a significant financial investment to make sure that we can run this scheme, to make sure that we can run these Chromebook programmes. And we make that financial investment on an annual basis. And we've also received some financial support from local businesses. However, to make the scheme run and to make it successful and to make sure we can do this, we do need to rely on parental donations through a monthly contribution scheme to make sure, as I said, that these programmes can run. The success and longevity of the scheme, of the Chromebook programme, does rely quite significantly on parent and carer support. Parents and carers are currently asked to consider a suggested donation of £12 per month towards the cost of the scheme. Gift aid is claimable on these donations, and that further supports the programme. And that would be for a period of 36 months. At the end of that, the device ownership would transfer to yourselves at the residual cost. And if donations have been made for the 36 months, that's likely to be at no further cost to yourselves. We'd still expect students to bring their Chromebooks in Year 10 and Year 11, but the devices themselves would be owned by you. A reduced suggested donation level is offered for parents and carers of pupils who are eligible for pupil premium funding, and more information about that is in the letter that accompanies this video. One question we have been asked previously is, why can't I just buy a Chromebook for my child to use at school, or allow them to bring in a device from home, such as a laptop? Well, there are a number of other elements to the programme than just the cost of the Chromebook device, and I mentioned those earlier in the video. And that's across the 3 years of the scheme. So that means, as I said, that the package does cost more to the school than it would just to buy a Chromebook. There are things, as I mentioned, such as the license and the monitoring and filtering software, the case, the ability to spread the cost over 3 years, insurances and such like. We initially researched the possibility of implementing a bring your own device program, but there are a number of issues associated with that led us to not choosing that route. Those issues include insurance issues, not being able to set up our school filtering and monitoring on your own devices, the digital divide and other such concerns. So, next steps. You'll receive a link to a survey which we'd like you to complete to provide us with the information for us to begin the process of providing a Chromebook for your child. It's important that the survey is completed and submitted quickly to avoid any delays in being able to provide that Chromebook package. Should you need a paper copy of the survey, that can be provided where requested. I hope I've been able to give you all the information that you need regarding our Chromebook programme, but if you do need any further information, all documentation relating to the programme, including this video, homeschool agreement, letters and other such information, can be found on the Duke Secondary School website. Alternatively, please feel free to contact school with your question using the following email address. Thank you very much for listening.